Hey guys, welcome to a Wild Fan review of Breath of the Wild. It's been a long time since I did this, and I'm pretty sure it's not been a while because I had a review out last Friday. Ha ha! I'm going to start off with the characters. Now, there are a bunch of characters in this. When I say a bunch, I mean not a lot. Mainly just the champions and the commander of the champions. The commander of the champions being Zelda, and you kind of already get her personality from just talking or hear her talking through the memories and everything like that in the game. You kind of get what she's like. Then there's Link. Everyone knows how Link is. Link is stoic all the time. Link doesn't talk. Link doesn't even really have a voice actor. Well, Zelda has a voice actor. We'll get on that in a minute. There's Daruk, who is the Goron, and the rest of the champions do wield one of the main dungeons, which is a beast. It's like a beast. One of the main dungeons. Daruk wields Varugias. I believe it's a giant lizard. Not gonna get none of the name right. But mind you, not gonna get none of the names right. There's Mipha, the Zord champion. She wields Varuta, which is, I believe that's an elephant. Trying to remember the four main dungeons. Then there's Reveille, who is the bird. He is obviously a cocky dude. He's pretty cool. He's pretty interesting as a character. Even going through your memories, you gotta kind of get to see him. And he will Vamedos, I believe. And it was a giant bird. Thank God his was easy. And the Gerudo champion of Urbosa, which is probably my favorite champion out of all of them. And it was Vanabians. And I legit forgot what the beast was.
Now my moment has finally come. Brace yourself, Ganon, for the sting of my revenge!
This will be our final opportunity. We will not fail.
Let's go, little guy! Now! Open up wide, Ganon!
100 years in the making. Hold on, princess. Our moment has arrived.
But all in all, the four characters, besides Zelda and Link, were pretty fun and interesting in their own right in the story, and I legit had fun, getting to know them. Granted, they all died hundreds of years before the game, but, yeah, I mean, am I really spoiling something that happened like 2 years ago, if you haven't played the game? My bad. The story takes place 100 years after a war happened with Ganon, and Ganon finally unleashes his forces to take over the castle of Hyrule. And he's no longer just regular Ganon, he's Calamity Ganon, which is freaking awesome.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
has taken over Hyrule Castle and is seemingly on the verge of trying to take over the world, and it's up to you, Link, to stop him, who got scarred 100 years before the game and was placed in a healing shrine in which he is currently being healed for, and when you wake up at the beginning of the game, which is pretty cool. And once Link heals, the rest of the game is literally up to you, which kind of brings you to the next thing. Which is the gameplay. The gameplay is probably one of the greatest things, and also has one of the greatest negatives I have for the game. I'm just gonna start with the fucking positives, because that shit is amazing. The game literally, after Link wakes up, literally tells you, and I quote this, to do what the hell you want to do, because it's up to you. Like, literally, you can literally get off the little mountain, probably go get you some things like the bombs or something, and go right to the last boss area. You can literally do this. I wouldn't recommend it, but you could do it. You can literally just wake up, go fight the last boss if you want to. You can actually make the game like 20 minutes. Granted, going through the final area of the game is probably not going to be the smartest thing you can do as a person. Trust me, you would probably lose that very badly. But I want to see somebody. I want to go look up a speed run just to see if somebody's ever did that. I don't believe somebody can do that less than 20 minutes or less. The gameplay consists of actually being a survival game with Zelda aesthetics. Have to stay low and not meddled up during rainstorms and thunderstorms. You have to stay cool in the extreme heat. It all looks good together when you have to survive as Link. You can cook too. Oh man, that cooking stuff is amazing. And sometimes you can create stuff instead of just cooking. Like potions, and you can actually just, you know, gather weapons around. Now, the enemies on this game, I'm not gonna lie, are some of the easiest enemies I've ever had to fight. Because you can easily ragdoll a bunch of enemies depending on what you hit them with. And when you get the Master Sword, 95% of the enemies become nothing, because you have the Master Sword and you can easily smack them a few times and beat the dog shit out of them. Trust me, I've seen this happen many times. I also like the fact that, hey, you can actually use multiple weapons. Probably one of the few Zelda games where you don't literally get a sword and then the Master Sword and then you're stuck with that weapon the rest of the game. You actually get to use a wider range of weaponry. Spears, boomerangs, short swords, daggers, beam sabers, beam shields. You can surf on your shields, by the way, which is fucking cool. Fans, sticks, you got a lot of crap you can use. And you can easily throw them, which is cool. I don't care what anybody says. When you can throw your weapon like a boss, that is pretty cool to me. But I do have a staunch negative with the goddamn game, right? It's a very staunch negative. The weapons, right, they break too fucking easily. I don't know who at Nintendo thought, hey, let's have a weapon system that is legit cool when it comes to gathering weapons and finding weapons all over the place and killing an enemy for a weapon, and having weapons key to your survival break so goddamn easily. It's not even funny. Like, some of the weapons will literally break off of literally just blowing on, like, shatter. Like, come on, son. You don't need to have that happen. Why was that a thing? Who in Nintendo thought that that was a legit good idea to have the weapons break every 5 minutes or every 20 swings of the goddamn weapon? The only time why I said the best weapon in the game is legit the Master Sword. Why is the Master Sword the best weapon? When it shatters, you get it right back. You just have to wait a couple minutes, but it will come back to you automatically. Oh wow, that's the most convenient weapon that we have in the game. Every other weapon is legit shit, which don't make no sense to me. Like, why is this a thing? Why is this a thing that we have to witness, like, at any point in time? I could be smacking the shit out of some enemies and your weapon shattered. That's very annoying if you haven't noticed. That's not good. That's not good. I can honestly admit that's not good game design. But I did award this game one of the greatest games on my list when it came out, and I'm not gonna, and that doesn't really take away. That should probably be a spoiler ahead. Now, I'm not gonna linger too much on the graphics. They're cel shaded, so they have the same look as Zelda Breath of the Wild. So, the graphics do look good. They look damn good. They've even looked good after recently playing it. They will never look bad, unfortunately, because I don't think you can make graphics like those look really bad. And I am a staunch defender of Persona and Kingdom Hearts 2. I can tell you those games look damn good for what they are, especially back in the day. I honestly believe that the graphics, graphics in like a Zelda game like this was something that should have happened years ago, but the fact that we finally got it is proof that Nintendo knows what they're doing. That's why when it comes to the graphics, I can honestly say they're damn good graphics.
I've been keeping watch over you all this time. I've witnessed your struggles to return to us, as well as your trials in battle. I always thought, no, I always believed that you would find a way to defeat Ganon. I never lost faith in you over these many years. Thank you, Link. The hero of Hyrule. May I ask, do you really remember me?
To the sound and music, which is finally the final thing. Now, I've saved this part for last because the music, it's not too much music in this game. It's more ambient sounds, and there is an area in the game, which is the final area, which has some throwback music remixed to a modern day age, you know? And I like it. It's actually one of the best Zelda themes I've ever heard in my life. Oh my god. Best thing I've heard in my life. I can honestly say the one thing that I actually like the most about it is the voice acting. They finally added voice acting in the Zelda game.
Incredible. We're at a point now where we can actually control them. At the current rate, we'll soon know all we need to know about the Guardians and the Divine Beasts. And should Ganon ever show itself again, we'll be well positioned to defend ourselves.
What are you doing out here, Zelda?
I was assessing the results of the experiment with the Guardians. These pieces of ancient technology could be quite useful against them.
I know that. They are essential to Hyrule's future, and our research demands that we keep a close eye on them. However, as the princess, you currently have a crucial unfulfilled responsibility to your kingdom. Let me ask you once more, when will you stop treating this as some sort of childish game?
I'm doing everything I can. I'll have you know that I just recently returned from the Spring of Courage, where I offered every ounce of my prayers to the goddess.
And now you are here wasting your time. You need to be dedicating every moment you have to your training. You must be single-minded in unlocking the power that will seal Calamity Ganon away.
I already am. Don't you see? There's nothing more I can do. My hope is that you'll allow me to contribute here in whatever way I can.
No more excuses, Zelda. Stop running away from your duty. As the king, I forbid you to have anything to do with these machines from this moment on, and command you to focus on your training. Do you know how the gossip mongers refer to you? They are out there at this moment, whispering amongst themselves that you are the heir to a throne of nothing. Nothing but failure.
Now, when I say that made me so happy, it made me super happy to learn or hear some of these characters finally speak, or characters at all speak, where I don't really have to be clicking on the screen and hey, listen all day. The characters speak. They all speak except for Link. Because Link speaking, that's weird, isn't it? But regardless, I genuinely enjoyed finally hearing some of the Zelda characters finally speak. It was better than Metroid's finally speaking, which was clearly terrible. But the Zelda characters, I want Nintendo from now on to keep up that. I don't want them to ever go backwards, because that was legit cool. And mind you, I like Majora's Mask. I like Twilight Princess. I kinda still like Skyward Sword, opposed to what people say. But voice acting was, to me, one of the most greatest evolutions that a Zelda game has ever made. And I can honestly say, without no recourse, it just kind of pushes it to the top too. Everything except for the clear weapon system is the greatest evolution of the game. That being said, I gotta move on.
Results.
For the results of this game, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not even gonna hide it. I honestly suggest people buy the game. To make it even funnier, I suggest you buy the Wii U version and then wait for part 2 for the Switch. The Switch version is not the best version of Breath of the Wild. It's the Wii U version. But I still would suggest you buy it on any console you prefer. I'm not gonna say no, but still buy it. Rent it if you're not a Zelda fan. Buy it if you are a Zelda fan. That simple. But that being said, I'll have to catch you guys later.
Overlay the way to diffuse the